What's good, y'all? Red Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, thank you, God, for another day and opportunity. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to join the Rich Gang family because we're uploading every single day over here. And let's go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video today. Now, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen today, I am bringing y'all the one and only interior finisher catfish build with sharpshooting takeover. Now, we are also going to be able to dribble on this build, get a pretty good batch count, as well as get contact dunks. Now, to get started, we're going to go ahead and make this build out of the power forward position. Then from here, everything that we go ahead and go about with this build is really going to play a huge role and factor into this build. So, to start out, when it comes down to the pie chart, I'm pretty sure you can make this build out of multiple pie charts. But the one that you're going to be making this one out of, in order to get the contact dunks as well as be able to get that sharpshooting takeover, we're going to go with the shooting and the finishing. But if you want to go ahead and pick a different pie chart, go ahead and take the risk. Now, when it comes down to the physical profile, this is a very crucial part of the build. So, you have an option between the very first physical profile or the fourth. For my liking, I'm going to be going with the fourth because we get a huge boost put towards our vertical. And if you go ahead and pick this one, you're only going to go from a 68 speed to a 66. Now, these numbers are going to change as we go along with the build, and there are definitely different ways that you can go about making it. So, let's get started with the finishing. So, as you can see, with the close shot on this build, I'm going to go with an 89, max out that driving layup, driving dunk as well. Now, let's go ahead and check out the standing dunk. Of course, we're going to go with an 80 here, and then for the post hook. If you want to, you don't actually have to upgrade this, but I'm going to be going with an 88, and if you feel like lowering it, you definitely can go about it that way. But one suggestion that I would throw on in order to spread the wealth: take off your driving layup. And I know it might sound a little crazy, but that means we're going to be able to add a total of 4 defensive badges at least towards this build. Now, I'm happy that we're still able to get 20 finishing badges, and yes, we will be getting the contact dunk still. Now, for the shooting, max out that mid-range shot. Same thing with the three-pointer, but instead of actually maxing it out, I'm going to go with the 70 just so that way we're able to maintain the 4 defensive badges. Then for the free throw, I'm going to go with an 84, and this is going to be perfect. If you want to upgrade the post fade, that is completely fine, but I'm going to leave it at 15 shooting badges. Now, for the playmaking, I'm going to go with a ball handle of 61. As for the post control, this is going to go up to a 76. And right there, we're going to be able to get 10 playmaking badges. Now, I know right now, the ball handle is a little low, but this is going to be brought up to the 70s. And one key reminder: in order to make this build, go into your settings and change the units of measurement. We're going to go from the imperial system to the metric system, and then from there, you're all going to be good. Now, with the interior defense, go with the 59. Max out that perimeter defense, lateral quickness, block, and then go ahead and put the rest into your defensive rebound. Now, I did make my own little twist to this build with upgrading the block as well as with that perimeter defense. And as you can see, we are able to get a total of 4 defensive badges. And since we're going into Season 8, you actually have the potential to add 8 extra badges to any area of this build. So honestly, the way that it's looking, pretty solid build all around. Now, for the body shape, if you want to take up the most space and look big, go with burly or built. Now, as for the weight and the height, these are going to be crucial factors of this build. So as you can see, if you go with 2.01, we're going to get a huge boost put towards our main stats as well as our physicals. Now, from there, the weight, like I said, very important as well. So if you go ahead and drop it to 81, this is going to allow us to get the maximum speed possible as well as still be able to maintain a really nice vertical. Now, when it comes down to the wingspan, I'm going to go ahead and max it out, and as you can see, we do get that threshold of an 81 driving dunk, which means once we get to 99 overall, we're going to be able to unlock all of the contact dunks. Now, with the takeovers, you're going to be able to do some really special things. We got the post scoring, sharpshooting, slashing, and the shot creating. So, whichever one you feel like is going to be best for your own playstyle, go about it that way. But I'm telling you, since we are able to dribble with this build, I would consider the post scoring or the sharpshooting takeover. Even the shot creating means we're going to be able to break ankles. So for my liking, to be more of a catfish, go with the sharpshooting takeover. And as y'all can see, we were able to create the interior finisher. Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and check out what this build is going to be looking like at 99. And I'm telling you, the potential of this build is only going to continue to get better as you upgrade it, buy boosts, and if you run with teammates that do have floor general and defensive leader on Hall of Fame, only going to make this build that much more better. Now, with all these boosts taken into consideration, we're going to be getting a plus 12 if you're running with the correct teammates, buy boost, and hit 99 overall on this build. But with the sharpshooting takeover, go ahead and add in that plus 12 and add on an extra plus 10 when takeover is activated, and you're going to go ahead and move the 70s for the shooting into the 90s range. So you're going to be able to hit at ease with this build, and I'm telling you, once you go ahead and get even better stats for the playmaking, you will be able to speed boost. So this is honestly one of the best builds in 2K when it comes down to being a catfish. And just imagine if you throw on the extra 8 badges put straight towards the defensive area on this build, only going to make it probably the most all-around toxic build this year, and you can always make your own adjustments to it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of what we're going to be looking like for the badges. I'm going to be going with Silver Intimidator, Bronze Rim Protector, and if you want to go with Bronze Clamps, you can do that as well, or double up with Rim Protector. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the playmaking. So we have a total of 10 extra badges, and if you want to, you can definitely even throw the badge upgrades into the playmaking as well. I'm going to go with Gold Quick First Step as well as Hyperdrive. Now, normally I would go with Quick Chain, but I'm going to go with Triple Threat Juke, and then for the final badge, consider going with Bullet Passer or Unpluckable. You can go with Quick Chain if you feel like you want to be more safe about it, but I'm going to leave on Unpluckable. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the shooting badges. So from here, we have a total of 15, and with this build, we are going to be able to get Hall of Fame shooting as well. So the main badges that we need to put on first are going to be Sniper, and then second, of course, you want to put on Hot Zone Hunter as well. Now, for my liking, I would go ahead and spread the wealth from this point on. I would probably go with Volume Shooter, Green Machine, Clutch Shooter, as well as Corner Specialist. I'm going to go ahead and leave off Clutch Shooter. Catch and Shoot will be solid, but I'm telling you, with all the extra boosts added onto this build, I truly believe we're going to be fine without Catch and Shoot. But let's go ahead and put on Silver Green Machine. Then if you want to, go with Hall of Fame Deadeye. I truly believe this is only going to make this build that much more better of a shooter. If you do feel like changing the badge up, I would even consider Limitless Spot Up, y'all. On Hall of Fame, going to be very effective. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of what we're going to be looking like for the finishing. 20 badges here, which means we can get a total of 5 Hall of Fame. I'm going to go with Fearless Finisher for the first one. Second, Posterizer, and third, I am pretty sure that y'all already know, I'm going to go with Limitless Takeoff. Now, I did not put on, but you can go ahead and throw on Hook Specialist on Hall of Fame if you do feel like going about it that way. If you want to go with just straight post-scoring badges, that is another solid setup to go with as well. But for the final 4, I would really consider spreading the wealth. Now, I would go between Back Down Punisher, or you can go with Silver Lob City Finisher as well as Unstrippable. And this is the setup that we're going with. 20 finishing badges, 15 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 4 defensive. So this is pretty much what the build will be looking like, and if you made it to the end, man, go ahead and comment down RGF and let me know where did you tune in from today. But man, thank you to those of y'all who did make it this far into the video. Thank you. God bless y'all. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications so you can join the Rich Gang family. Let's get 50 likes on this video today. Comment down below, what did y'all think of this catfish build? And man, again, thank you God for another day and opportunity. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.